Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and today we have a whole bunch of new Magic the Gathering announcements to sort through. Today was announcement day, so if you remember, a few months back they started a new thing, and they've done one of these up until this point, but they used to kind of string this information along over the course of months at a time. Now what they do is they pick a day every couple months, and it's announcement day, and they hit you with everything. And today's the second announcement day. We got some huge news. We have information on new sets that will be coming out. We have information on new supplemental products. We have information on new digital products. Lots of things for a lot of different players, geared to a whole lot of different play styles. Very exciting stuff. A lot to talk about, so let's get into it. Now, these were announced on Wizards' main website, so definitely check it out. They have a video where they kind of announce this stuff. They didn't go into great detail, as they usually don't with announcement day. Typically, you get some pretty high-level stuff. That's what we're going to look at today. However, if you dig a little deeper into their website, there is a little more information to be had, and I've compiled that for you. So we're going to discuss it and then let the speculation begin. We're going to start off with something that's actually a tidbit of more to come this week, and it's the art for the new Chandra Planeswalker, and this will be Chandra, Torch of Defiance. She'll be in Kaladesh. I'm sure we'll learn a whole lot more about her this weekend with PAX going on. And when that information comes out, I will make sure I report it to you, of course. But I'm pretty excited about the artwork. And Chandra is one of my favorite characters. I kind of went a long time thinking, wow, are we ever going to get a really good Chandra? The last couple have been pretty good. I have not been disappointed. But I still want that one that's really going to kind of push her to the next level. So maybe this will be it. Like I said, the artwork's amazing, and we're going to learn a whole lot more this weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if we get this card spoiled, maybe Friday or Saturday, probably Friday. So I'll let you know once we know more about that. So let's move on to some of the new products that were announced. Alright, so we know the name of the next plane we're going to be visiting, and it's Amonkhet, and it has an Egyptian theme to it, as you can see from the artwork here. Now, this is actually pretty cool because for many, many years, Mark Rosewater has talked about wanting to do an Egyptian themed set, and that at some point they would get to do it. Last year and a half or so, he hasn't mentioned a whole lot about it, which made me think it's probably coming. They're probably working on it, and here it is. Now, we don't have too much information yet, but here's what we know about the storyline. This is going to be a plane that's ruled by Nicol Bolas, and that's actually pretty awesome. I'd like to hear more about Nicol Bolas. I'd like for them to carry on the storyline, so it looks like that's happening here. It looks like it's going to be a world of warriors that are in a competition to impress the gods to find honor in the afterlife, which is very interesting and a very actually cool Egyptian concept. It appears that maybe there's going to be the gods mechanic returning. It does say there's going to be 5 gods and they will have some sort of trials. So it makes for a lot of interesting mechanic possibilities for the set. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on what some of the mechanics might be. As far as the logistics of the set itself goes, this is going to be, of course, the first set in a 2-set block, 264 cards. Its pre-release is April 22nd, 23rd, with a release date being April 28th. And the launch weekend, of course, being that same weekend, is going to have a pre-release on Magic Online on May 5th, and then the regular release being on May 8th. It's going to be in the same languages that these are always in, so no changes there, and the MSRP will be the same at $3.99 for a pack. So no price increase there, so that's good news. So that's what we know so far about that particular set. But what about the follow-up set? Well, we have a name for that, and it's Hour of Devastation. So this, of course, will be the smaller set in the 2-set block. Here's what we know. Not a whole lot, obviously, but it is part 2 of 2 for the Amonkhet block. 184 cards, pre-release July 8th and 9th, with the release date being July 14th. Launch weekend, it says here January 20th through 22nd. Obviously, that's a typo. I'm sure that should be July 14th. It'll be that weekend. And then Magic Online pre-release July 21st, with the online release being July 24th. Pro Tour being the 28th. Now, again, all the languages, same as always, but we don't see the MSRP this time. So hopefully that's just an oversight. It's not an indication that there's going to be a price increase announcement at some point, but I guess we'll find out. I think it'd be kind of weird to do it in the middle of a block, so hopefully it's just an oversight. So we talked about those 2 sets. Let's talk a little more about Nicol Bolas. There's actually a product involving him as well, and it's a new Arch Enemy product. So if you never played the original Arch Enemy, basically the concept was one player was the Arch Enemy or the bad guy. they had their deck, but they also had a deck of schemes, which almost acted like Vanguard cards that gave them special abilities and special strengths, so it was harder for the other players to take that person down, and you had to work together as a team to take down this person that basically had these super powerful cards and these schemes. It was a fun concept. It was one of those things that I felt like not a lot of people took advantage of, maybe because it came out after Plane Chase, and some folks played Plane Chase but never really got into Arch Enemy. I don't know why it was, because it actually did seem kind of fun, and I'm glad they're giving it another chance. And I think with Nicol Bolas behind it, and it sounds like the way they're framing up this product could be kind of interesting. Now, here's what we know about it. So you're going to get 4 decks, 60-card decks. One would be for Nicol Bolas, the other 3 would be the other players. And you also get a scheme deck of 20 unique schemes. So I guess there won't be any repeats from the previous Arch Enemy. But what I found interesting was they said you're going to get 4 Planeswalkers, so I guess 1 for each deck, and they won't be foil, but they will have new art. So I'm assuming they'll be reprints of previous Planeswalkers, but it's a cool idea because you have Nicol Bolas, and then you'll have 3 other Planeswalkers, kind of like the Gatewatch sort of thing, I suppose, where they'll be attacking together to take down Nicol Bolas. So it adds a little more, I guess, drama to the concept of it, which hopefully will make it more interesting, more fun, and will catch on a little more than the previous Arch Enemy concept did. So I think it's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. As far as the set information goes, right now, all we know is that release date of June 16th. It will be available in English, and it will cost $59.99 MSRP. Now, we do know that this will not be available on Magic Online. Obviously, if you've ever played multiplayer Magic Online, it's not a good experience, so I'm sure that's the main reason this product's not going to carry over there. Speaking of multiplayer, though, we got another product for you, and this one is Commander Anthology. This one's coming out June 9th, so around the same time. And this is similar in spirit to the Dual Decks Anthology that we've seen before. This time they're bringing you 4 previously released Commander decks together in one set. They're taking 1 from each of the previous years. So you get 1 from 2011, 1 from 2013, 1 from 2014, and 1 from 2015. Now you get Heavenly Inferno from 2011, Evasive Maneuvers from 2013, Guided by Nature from 2014, and Plunder of the Graves from 2015. So those all come included. I assume they'll have a different expansion symbol, much like they did for the Dual Decks Anthology. You'll also get 4 dice and the tokens that you would need to play with these decks. That's kind of awesome. So it's Commander in a box. 4 players could pick this up, split the cost, and go home and play Commander just like that. I think that's pretty awesome. So let's look and see what we know about it. It's coming out June 9th, and that's about it. We know it's going to be available in English, I guess only English, and it's going to cost $164.99 MSRP. Seems a little expensive for the 4 decks. I feel like maybe 5 decks that would feel a little better, but I know they kind of treat this product as a supplemental, almost premium style product, so I assume that's why it has the higher price tag. So other than the price point feeling maybe a little high for me, I do think it's a good idea. I think it could be an interesting product. Now, moving on to a product that's really being billed as a draft product. It's Modern Masters 2017. Now, I think we all expected this. We all would be very disappointed at this point if there wasn't a Modern Masters every 2 years, I think. So now it's been confirmed, though. Here it is, Modern Masters 2017. It is there. What is different about it? Well, first off, it's still going to go all the way back to 8th edition like the other sets had, but now they'll move a little bit further into the history of Magic. We're going to see cards from the Innistrad block as well as the Return to Ravnica block. And as far as core sets go, it's going to go up to core set 2014. You can start thinking about all the amazing reprints that opens up possibly, right? And we can probably come up with a whole other video about that. But let me know in the comments below what you want to see reprinted from Modern Masters 2017. I'm already excited to start speculating about this set. It's always been one of my favorites, and 2015 was a little disappointing with some of the manufacturing issues, so I'm really looking forward to this one correcting those problems. Also interesting to note that they will still have a premium card in every single pack, so you will still get a foil in every pack. That's the same, which is good news. And as far as pricing goes, pricing is the same, $9.99 a pack. I still think that's a little high, unfortunately, but at least it didn't go up. I'll take it. So it's a 249 card set, comes out March 17th. Magic Online release will be March 23rd. No word yet on whether Magic Online pricing will be less like we've seen in the past with Modern Masters 2015 and also Eternal Masters. My assumption will be the pricing may be a little bit less online. Languages also the same: English, Chinese Simplified, and Japanese. Alright, so next product to look at, we have a dual deck, and this is Dual Deck's Mind versus Might. So I don't know, maybe it'll be kind of a blue versus green or something like that. Again, we don't know a whole lot about it at this point, but it does come out May 19th, and it is available in English and Japanese. I did notice the MSRP now $24.99. If I'm not mistaken, I believe previously these were $19.99. So this has gone up a little bit, but I'm hoping that means maybe some better card quality. I don't mind paying a few extra dollars just for more value card wise in these packs, so I guess we'll see what they do with them. Hopefully we'll get some value for that extra money, but that's all we know at this point about this particular product. Now we'll look at some expansion material for a digital game. This is Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest, and they're going to have some Kaladesh material added starting on Friday, September 2nd. So I assume they'll talk more about this at PAX, and it'll probably be one of those things where it's like, you can download this right now, go play it at the end of one of their shows, which this looks pretty cool. I've never played Puzzle Quest, but I do like this style of game, so I may try it out at some point. It looks awesome with the Magic the Gathering art and just style in the game, and it does appear like there's some Magic the Gathering related mechanics in there just from what I've seen. So I don't know, let me know if you played it in the comments below, if it's something that you'd recommend or not, but it looks kind of cool. I might try it out. So there's some more information about how this expansion will play out and affect the gameplay coming up. So having said that, those are all the new announcements, and as more information comes out, especially over the weekend, I will be sure to update you. I'm sure we're going to see some amazing stuff at PAX, especially revolving around Kaladesh. I'm sure there'll be some spoilers this weekend, so I'm looking forward to those and getting the information and some analysis out to all of you. As a reminder, if you haven't checked out our Patreon page, definitely do so. I really appreciate the patrons out there who are able to give their support to keep the channel going and help me keep making videos and eventually make them better and better and get some new equipment. It's something I've been striving for, so thank you, patrons. But even if you can't afford to do that, that's okay, totally understandable. Just watching the videos and liking them really helps us out a lot too. And starting this past week, I started putting some links in the descriptions below of my videos for some products on Amazon, of course, Magic products that we've been talking about. So check out those links, and I've been trying to pick things that are good deals. If you see something you want and you find a good deal on Amazon and you go through that link, a small percentage actually comes back to the channel. So it's another way you can help support the channel. I really appreciate that. I'm also going to put a link in the description below of this video for my new Amazon storefront that I'm working on, which again works in the same way. If you purchase through my storefront, I get a small percentage back to my channel. So really appreciate it. Thank you for looking at that. And hey, as always, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks as always for watching. This video, like all my videos, was made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Even a donation of $1 helps me to keep growing this community and creating better quality content for all of you. Check out our Patreon page for exclusive giveaways and future goals for the channel. If you haven't yet had a chance to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the MTG news, spoilers, set reviews, product openings, or finance videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.